Hello there, Scorpio. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of February 8th through February 14th. Before we get started, I do want to let you know I do have one more group mentoring session that is available right now. 2 slots available in that. That is for February the 28th at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. You can Google and look at the time difference and figure out what time that would be for you. Also, if you're interested in participating in a group mentoring session, but that time doesn't work for you, let me know. We'll schedule something that works for both of us, and then we'll just invite other people in. So best way to let me know if you want to be involved in the one that's scheduled or in a different one is to just drop me a line. You can find contact information on me on my website at amista.info. Okay, so now let's look at the reading for us, Scorpios. What we have coming up on Monday is we have the Lovers card in reverse. So to me, this really talks about some kind of relationship in our lives that is moving backwards instead of forwards. Now, for most of us, this is going to be a romantic relationship, but it doesn't have to be. This can also be a friendship, a business relationship, or even some kind of family relationship where things are moving backwards or we're falling into some kind of stalemate with somebody. But with the Lovers, because it's major arcana, because it's major arcana, I really look at this one as the relationship sort of moving backwards instead of forwards. Now, on Tuesday, what we have showing up is we have the Ace of Clubs in reverse. And the Ace of Clubs in reverse just tells me that we are in a situation where we are offering inspiration to somebody around us. Now, there's a couple of ways that that can happen. We can be aware that we're offering inspiration either through words or actions to somebody in our lives, but a lot of times we offer inspiration without even realizing it. So many times we're just living our lives just the way that we normally would, and people are watching. People are always watching. And so they maybe are getting inspiration. Maybe they're thinking, wow, if I could handle that situation half as well as what he or she did, that would be amazing in my world. So some kind of inspiration that's happening, whether you're actually realizing you're doing it or you're not. I feel like if you're not realizing that you're doing it at the time, I feel like within a few days you're going to hear back, you know, when you did such and such, that really affected me, da 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 da, and now I'm doing this or that to change my situation so that I handle that similar situations better. So I feel like you're definitely going to be hearing back on that within a few days if you're not already realizing that you're inspiring somebody on Tuesday. Now, once again, this is a general reading. I say that every week, or at least I try to. General reading just means that not everything here is going to apply to everybody. Most of it will apply to most of you, and that's about the best that I can promise. So let's move on. Wednesday, what we have is we have the Two of Cups showing up right side up. And that's interesting. We started off with the Lovers in reverse, and then we've got the Two of Cups. To me, these are kind of echo energies of each other. The Lovers is a stronger one because it is major arcana, where Two of Cups is not quite as strong an energy, but it basically is about the same thing. It's about that connection. So this is telling me that there's somebody that you're enjoying some very pleasant moments with. So it may be that whoever you reached that stalemate with or that you were going backwards with on Monday, now things are kind of ironed out and you're enjoying some pleasant time with them. You're enjoying their company, and you're really, I like to think of it as you're making some good memories with that person. That bond is actually being built up between you and that other person on Wednesday. Now, obviously, this can be, just the same as with the Lovers, this can be a romantic relationship, but this can also be a friendship, a family relationship, or somebody that you work with. So please don't try to put it in one particular box and miss where it really happens in your life. Okay, so now let's look at Thursday for us Scorpios. What we have is the Falling Tower in reverse. The Falling Tower in reverse I actually view as a good card. And the reason I do is because the catastrophe part of this situation is already over. So when I have the Falling Tower in reverse, this just tells me that we went through a situation where we felt like, and I think we even had the tower come up right side up like on Friday or Saturday of last week. But this is a situation where something that made us feel secure is suddenly and unexpectedly pulled away from us or yanked out of our lives. And so when this card comes up upright, or I mean, excuse me, in reverse like it is now, that's telling me that now we've recovered from that situation. We've got our feet back under us. We've caught our breath. Now we're looking for new opportunities to replace whatever it was that we got from that tower situation that got yanked away from us. So if that was income, if that was affection, whatever that was, we're finding new opportunities to replace what we had before. And what we're finding is that those opportunities are actually better than the opportunities that we lost whenever that tower disintegrated, basically. Now, let's move on to Friday. Friday, what we have showing up is the moon, Scorpios. So this just gets our detective blood going. The moon just talks about that we have a situation in our life that's fishy. We have enough information to know that we do not have all the information, but we just can't quite put our fingers on the rest of the story here. So that's what the moon is saying. We have some kind of fishy situation coming up. The first impression I got off of this card is that this is going to set us straight off into detective mode. I don't think we're going to waste any time trying to figure out what's going on. I don't think we're going to have the attitude where we're like, well, let's just let this slide and play out and the truth will come up sooner or later. No. We're not going to be looking at it like that. For the majority of us, I think we're going to be putting on our detective hats, getting out that magnifying glass, examining every clue that comes up, trying to figure out, okay, what's the rest of the story here? What's the rest of the picture? So that's Friday. Saturday, 5 of clubs coming up. And the 5 of clubs is telling me that there's some kind of healthy competition happening on Saturday. Now, the difference for me between healthy competition and unhealthy. Healthy competition is one that you get into, and when you get to the other side, after you've completed that competition, you are more skillful at something. You have a new ability. There's something that you're stronger at than you were before you came into that competitive situation. Unhealthy competition is something where you get torn down, and by the end of it, maybe you feel totally emotionally just beat up, and there's nothing to show for the competition. There's no improvement. There's no new skill, no new ability, nothing to show for that competition except for a bruised ego, maybe. So when I see the 5 of clubs on Saturday, that tells me that we are involved in some kind of competition, and this is a healthy competition. So this is something that actually benefits us to be involved in it. And then on Sunday, what we have showing up is we have the 4 of clubs in reverse, and the 4 of clubs in reverse is just telling me that there's somebody that's leaving the nest. That's what I like to say about this card. It's a leaving the nest card. So, examples of leaving the nest. This can be somebody moving out of mom and dad's house or moving out of wherever they live into a different place. This could be us, Scorpio, or it could be somebody else. And I think for some of us, it will be the Scorpios that are listening to this video. For others of us, it's going to be somebody else that is wandering off in a different direction. So this could be somebody going on vacation. This can be somebody going on a military tour. When I see the 4 of clubs in reverse, it is leaving the nest, but I generally see it as a temporary situation, and we don't always know that it's a temporary situation when it actually happens. It may seem like this could be a forever situation, but 4 of clubs, that kind of walk away, I see it as a very temporary thing. My thinking is with this card, generally that person or those persons will end up coming back in time. So this also could be at work, though. This could be somebody that's transferring from the branch that you work at to a different branch, or maybe even going over to a different company to work, something like that. Leaving the nest is the bottom line on Sunday, Scorpios. So that is our week. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by, for sharing, for liking, for subscribing, for commenting. If you haven't noticed them yet, I did put out monthly videos for February, completely different format. Take a look at them if you haven't already. Let me know what you think. Everyone have a fantastic week. I'll see you back here the next time. Peace out.